Welcome to my channel Value Old Coins today. Videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The 1966 2 shillings coin of the United Kingdom stands as one of the last full-issue representations of Britain's pre-decimal currency system, just a few years before the nation underwent a major transformation to decimalization in 1971. Minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin is part of the broader series of British florins that had been in circulation since 1849, initially introduced during the Victorian era. The 2 shillings denomination was unique among pre-decimal coins because of its role as a precursor to decimal currency, valued at 1/10 of a pound, since there were 20 shillings in a pound. This subtle alignment with decimal principles foreshadowed what was to come decades later. Obverse details. Portrait of the Queen and Latin inscriptions. The obverse of the 1966 florin bears the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as designed by the talented sculptor Mary Gillick. This was the first coinage portrait of the Queen, used from 1953 until 1967. Gillick's rendering shows the young Queen wearing a laurel wreath, a classical Greco-Roman symbol of victory and honor, rather than a crown, which was traditionally used in past royal portraits. This youthful depiction was meant to signify the beginning of a new, hopeful era in the wake of World War II and the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Surrounding the portrait is the Latin legend, Elizabeth di Gratia. Regina, 4th D. This translates to, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, di Gratia, by the grace of God, is a phrase dating back to medieval times, emphasizing the monarch's divine right to rule. Regina means queen in Latin. If D, or fid div, stands for fide defensor, defender of the faith, a title originally bestowed on Henry VIII by Pope Leo X in 1521, later retained even after the English Reformation. This inscription links the coin, and by extension the monarchy, to both religious tradition and ancient authority, giving even a circulating piece of currency a powerful ideological function. Reverse design. The Tudor rose and symbolism. The reverse of the coin, designed by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, prominently features a stylized Tudor rose, the heraldic emblem symbolizing the union of the houses of Lancaster and York after the War of the Roses. The Tudor rose had long been a symbol of unity and monarchy in Britain, often associated with national identity. The inscription on the reverse reads, 2 shillings 1966. The denomination is boldly declared, along with the year of issue. The surrounding design includes a symmetrical arrangement of thistles, shamrocks, leeks, and roses, representing Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and England respectively. This unifying imagery underscores the identity of the United Kingdom as a single realm composed of multiple nations. These floral emblems not only lend aesthetic beauty, but serve a deeper political and cultural purpose, to project unity and royal legitimacy across the British Isles. Material and specifications. The 1966 2 shillings coin is composed of cupro-nickel, an alloy of copper and nickel, having replaced silver in British coinage starting in 1947. This was largely a post-war economic decision, as the rising cost of silver made it impractical for mass coin production. Diameter, 28.5 milliweight, 11.3 grams composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel edge, milled, reeded. The durability of cupro-nickel made these coins suitable for everyday use, and many 1966 florins still survive in excellent condition today, particularly as the year was near the end of the series. Historical context of 1966. The mid-1960s in Britain were a time of cultural change and modernization. The nation was in the throes of the swinging 60s, a decade marked by social liberalization, the rise of youth culture, and technological innovation. Meanwhile, traditional institutions like the monarchy sought to maintain a sense of continuity amid rapid change. The florin, a coin that had served for more than a century, now found itself nearing obsolescence, even as it still bore the classical design and values it had carried since the Victorian era. In 1966, Harold Wilson was Prime Minister and the country was preparing for the decimalization of its currency system, which would officially take place in 1971. The 2 shillings coin played a crucial role in easing the public into the new decimal system. It was equivalent to 10 new pence, and indeed, this exact same coin continued to circulate after 1971 as the 10p coin, until a smaller version was introduced in 1992. Numismatic significance and collectability. From a collector's standpoint, the 1966 florin is a relatively common coin due to its high mintage, with hundreds of millions struck for circulation. However, it remains of significant interest for several reasons. Historical significance. As one of the final years before decimalization, the 1966 issue represents the end of an era. It was part of the last full run of florins minted for circulation. Design legacy. The coin's reverse design is a classic representation of heraldic art, uniting the symbols of the British nations. It is appreciated for its balance, symmetry, and historical symbolism. Condition and mint state examples. While circulated examples are common, uncirculated or mint condition coins hold greater value, especially for type collectors or those completing a collection of pre-decimal coinage. A specimen in brilliant uncirculated condition may fetch modest but notable prices in the collector's market. Educational value. The coin is frequently used as a teaching tool to help younger generations understand the old pre-decimal system and how currency reflected political and national identity. Legacy and continued relevance. Though demonetized in 1993, the 1966 2 shillings coin, like all florins, still holds a place in the collective memory of the British public. Older citizens may recall using florins in everyday transactions, and numismatists value them as tangible links to a complex and evolving economic history. The coin also serves as a snapshot of Britain under Queen Elizabeth II at a particular moment in time. A youthful monarch presiding over a modernizing kingdom still tethered to its imperial past. It is not just a monetary instrument, but a piece of cultural and royal heritage. Its Latin inscriptions speak to the continuity of monarchy. Its heraldic reverse design reflects unity across the home nations, and its very denomination hints at Britain's pragmatic, gradual move toward decimalization. As with many coins, the 1966 2 shillings piece is more than the sum of its metal. It is a story of monarchy, of symbolism, of national unity, and of a world on the cusp of transformation. Whether nestled in an album, offered at a coin fair, or displayed in a museum, it continues to speak volumes to those who understand the language of numismatics.